Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about Vim Editor. Vim Editor is a very popular editor, very famous among programmers. It is available on Linux, Mac and Windows also. What I have heard often is that people find it really difficult to learn Vim, so I thought of making a tutorial for basic editing on Vim. And going forward I'm also planning to make some advanced tutorial on Vim. So let's get started with the basic editing on Vim. The first thing to know about Vim is that it's a modal editor, which means that it has different modes. Now let's look at the different modes one by one. First is the normal mode. The normal mode is mainly used for navigation. For example, if you want to move towards the left or down, you can do it in the normal mode. The way to decide whether you are in any mode is to look at the bottom of the screen. In the normal mode, either you will see here your file name, the file that you have opened, or a blank line. In our case, we are seeing a blank line. It means that you are in the normal mode. Next is insert mode. The way to enter into insert mode is by pressing I on your keyboard. Once you press I, you can see the bottom of the screen now shows insert word. We enter into insert mode to edit file in Vim. Suppose you want to type anything in your file. Let's, for example, hello world. You can do it by entering into the insert mode. Next is the visual mode. You can enter in visual mode by pressing V. Again, you can see the word visual at the bottom of your screen. Visual mode is mainly used to manipulate chunk of text. You can select text like this and then copy it and paste it somewhere. It is very powerful. Later in the video, we will see how to use visual mode. The last mode is the command mode. You can enter command mode by pressing colon. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, we have colon. After the colon, you can enter some helpful commands that Vim provides you. For example, help is one such command which will open the Vim help section. Again, if you want to exit the help section, we will use the command Q. You can see at the bottom of my screen, colon stands for the command mode, and then we are entering Q for quitting the help section. So the help section, we are out of the help section now. So that's all for the different kinds of modes available on the Vim. And there is one more important thing, which is if you want to exit any mode at any point of time, you can do that by pressing escape key on your keyboard. So suppose I am in insert mode. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, I'm in insert mode, and when I press escape, I just return to the normal mode. Next is how to open a file in Vim. Opening a file in Vim is very easy. You just have to type the file name. For example, I want to open a file fuse.c, so I will type vim fuse.c and it will open the file. If you want to close this file, the command to close this is :q. If you remember, colon is the command mode and then q is the command to quit the file. So q means quit. So when you press :q, you will quit the file. Now let's do some basic navigation. L will move the cursor right. H will move the cursor left. J is down and K is up. You can also move the cursor using arrow keys, but I will prefer HJKL because by that you won't have to move your hands to the arrows key. Once you get used to this, it will be very fast to edit the file. Vim also provides commands to move the screen forward and backward for navigation. Let's see some of these commands. Let's again go back to fuse.c file, and to make it clear, let's set the line number for this file. How to set the line number in a file? We will again use the command mode. It will start with the colon, we will enter the command mode, and then set is the command, and it takes an option number. This option will set the line number in the file. So now you can see that this file has the line numbers against each line. Now let's see what are the commands to move the screen forward and backward. At the bottom of the screen, 36 is the line number. If I will move the screen forward, this line will move up. Let's see. So now you can see that the line number 36 is at the top of the screen. You can do this by pressing Ctrl F. F means forward. And if you want to again bring this down to its original position, you can press Ctrl B. B stands for backward. So this moves the screen forward and backward. The line number 36 is now again at its original position. So Control F is forward, the line number goes up. Control B is backward, the line number goes down. The important point to note is Control F and Control B will move at the entire screen forward or backward. What if you want to move only half of the screen, which means this line number 36 should be at the middle of the screen. Vim also provides command for that, which is Control D, D for downwards. So now the line number 36 is at the middle of the screen. If you want to revert back to the original position, you can type Control U. You can press Control U. U means upward. So now line number 36 is again at the bottom of the screen. So these are some of the commands which are useful while navigating the Vim screen. Now let's see the insert mode. You can enter into the insert mode by pressing I. But before we do that, watch the position of the cursor. At present, the position of the cursor is on the character I. When I will press I on the keyboard, we will enter into the insert mode. And if I type anything, A, B, C, it will insert these characters just before the character I. That means the earlier position of the cursor. Let me show to you again. So now in the normal mode, the cursor position is at 2, T. If I press I and type some words, this will insert the characters just before the cursor position. In this case, ABC characters are inserted before the T character. What if you want to insert after T? So Vim provides the command A. A means append. So if I press A in normal mode, I will enter again in the insert mode, but this time if I press any characters like ABC, it will type these characters after the character T. Now let's see the commands to delete a character. So first, if you want to delete a character that is under the cursor, in this case U is under the cursor at present, you have to type X in the normal mode. Once you type X in the normal mode, the character under the cursor gets deleted. So if I press X again, it will delete S. Now if you want to undo this operation, you have to press U. Pressing U one time will result in undoing the last operation. So this brings back the S character. And if I press U again, it will bring the U character. What if I want to undo the undo? To do it, you can type Ctrl R. Let's type Ctrl R. So again U gets deleted. If I type Ctrl R again, the S character gets deleted. So let me bring those characters back by pressing U. So U is for undo, and if you want to undo the undo, type Ctrl R. The mnemonic for X comes from the typewriter where mistakes were X'd out, something like this. So you can remember that X means deletion of the character under the cursor, and U stands for undo and Control R, R for redo. What if you want to copy a line? To copy a line, you can press YY in the normal mode. Pressing YY in the normal mode will copy the current line. And if you want to paste this line, you can press P. For example, by pressing P, we have pasted the copied line on the next line. Uh, Now if I want to undo it, then I can press U. If you want to delete a line, you can use DD. So DD command will delete the current line. And if you want to paste the deleted line, again, you can use P. So if I use P, it will just paste the deleted line to the next line. What if you want to insert a new line above or below the current line? You can do it by either entering into the insert mode by pressing I and then moving above or below the current line and typing the words. For example, hello world. Vim provides a shortcut way to do this. You can also insert a new line after the current line by pressing O. So by pressing O, you will directly enter into the insert mode and then you can type your words. To do the same operation, but just insert a new line above the current line, you can press O in uppercase. Now if you want to save your changes in the file, then you can type ZZ in uppercase. This will save all your changes and also close the file. There is another way to save your changes and close the file, that is by entering in the command mode. So colon, which will make you enter in the command mode, and W, write the file, quit the file after writing. If you want to discard your changes, then you can do it by again entering into the command mode and then pressing Q and the exclamation mark. This exclamation mark is required here. Otherwise, Vim will warn you that you are going to discard your changes. But since we know what we are doing, we are going to use colon Q and then followed by an exclamation mark. These are some of the commands, and going through these commands will help you in editing Vim, and I hope you find this video useful. In future, I'm planning to make more videos in Vim. So if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thanks.